are we here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you might be wondering why we're here. I don't have an answer. Let's go home.
What a dumb story.
You. If you were my game with sugar daddy, I'd strike you down. Yeah, if you were my best friend forever in the whole entire world and I love you, I'd strike you down.
Wait a second. Kawakami.
Oh, snap!
I forgot you existed.
Oh,
Go, caller!
hi.
Yeah. Just come over. That sounds
Yeah,
very
my cousin.
ominous. I don't like it.
What?
Yes, seriously. It's not that much.
Oh, should give us an option to give her the money up front.
Yeah,
Like the 100,000 yen
Master.
you're asking for.
yeah.
Oh, Kawakami.
You read it.
Well, did you enjoy the maid's cooking? And together with a maid's services I provided today with my handy dandy maid handbook? The high-end cup noodles really do make a difference, don't they? This is instant noodle. You do some real cooking.
No.
Trust me.
Oh, was it?
That was a legit.
Oh, my bad. You have control here. You
those-
can screw me over.
No, those two are the only one. The last one
Oh,
isn't.
okay. I thought you were just screwing me there for a sec. Anyways, continue.
No, I wasn't. They are pretty complicated though. It says to drain the hot water once and leave the sauce packet on the lid so it gets warm. Wait, you supposed to do that? Wait, hold on. Have I been making noodles wrong again, like oatmeal? Don't request me if you're going to complain.
I didn't complain.
Oh, also, quick thing. If you miss those, even without a guide, if you miss them, it doesn't really matter. Like you still rank up. It takes a little bit longer to get them to the next rank. That's why answering the questions like accurately just cuts down the time to do it.
Yeah.
Besides, I thought I warned you already. Why would you request me again? Yeah, I was curious. Okay, you're sending me mixed signals here. Are you sure that's really the reason? Well, I guess I'm in no position to complain since I'm making money from it.
Ugh.
I'm so tired. We had a faculty meeting just the other day. Why do they have to last so long?
Jeez.
Because fuck-ups like me go to your school. Thanks to the Phantom Thieves, the students have been really restless lately. The teachers can't agree on what to do about them or Phantom Thieves. I wish they talked more about our bonus instead. I heard they might even cut the teachers' salaries. I'm so sick of it. I'll request you more often. Really? Yeah, I'm a straight baller. I'll continue to serve you with all my might, Master. Master! Master! Just like Metallica Master of Puppets. Like,
Yeah.
what, Bug? You want to come down there? I'm going to be in trouble if I don't pick up more shifts. Hello?
What?
How much? I can't. No, I can't count that high. Stop. Yes, but that's true. Sure. Yes. Yes, I understand. Yes, it's my responsibility after all. Oh, did you hear that? Haha. Yeah, I'm a little behind on my sister's medical bills. Being harassed? Fuck them up. Are they expensive? Apparently it's some crazy incurable disease, so there's a lot of fees and extra charges. Ah, yes. the anime sickness that people say that just hey, it's a sickness. Don't worry about it. That's why it would really help if you requested me more. Oh, never mind. You're my student. Can't keep relying on you. Why not? What am I going to do? Anyway, it's time for me to go. Hey, feel free to call me to do housework. It doesn't have to be through the maid service. I live close by, so I can stop over whenever you need me. Really? Does she live close by?
Apparently.
Okay. Besides, I'm worried that you can't cook or do laundry because you don't have your parents. Have you tasted my curry? Please. Oh, and if your friends suddenly come over, I can always leave out the back way.
We have a back?
We have a back?
You gonna like climb out my window?
Is there a back to LeBlanc? I thought I was always just the front door.
Yeah, I always thought it was just the entrance.
Well, then again, LeBlanc's a lot bigger than it looks. So, I mean, there's probably
Like-
a side entrance or something.
Probably.
Wait, isn't there a door at the bottom of the stairs?
Is there?
We're gonna check. I'm
We're
now I'm
invested
just
in this
invested.
mystery.
This isn't how it was supposed to go. It never is. In any case, I need to talk to my boss about giving me more shifts. I hate to get requested more. I'll pay you double if you want.
Good
Yeah,
night.
like we can afford it. Oh my god.
What?
Makoto's voice actor is Noe.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, Japanese or the English?
English.
Oh, damn. Can't just eat cup noodles? Robert, tell her how wrong she is.
No, she's right.
Robert eats noodles and buns like a terrorist.
I do put my noodles in a hot dog bun.
Thanks.
It's convenient. Yes, I realize it's starch with starch and it's not very healthy, but whatever.
How about you kiss my ass?
I mean, I have stopped eating them quite often. Or quite as
Yeah.
often.
Did I tell you a teacher told me this story about how if you ate too much cup noodles that the wax will line your intestines and will mess you up?
Yeah, you told me that.
I was like, what?
That's why I don't eat cup noodles.
And then for like a few days I didn't eat the cup noodles, but then I was like, well, I'm not eating them all the time. I'm eating them every once in a while, so it'll be fine. At the one time, I shut down the argument that they had, where they're like, "Oh,
The
he's like, remember,
babies
drink
are
lots
so
of water. It's
bright.
good for you." I go, unless you drown, that's not. Also, that's also not true. You don't need to drink like a certain amount a day. Everybody's different. Everybody's body's different.
Okay.
Some people go 4 cups of water, some people drink 5 cups of water. Depending on like how much you weigh and how old you are.
God, your mic is freaking out right now.
I will miss. All right, coming in sexy. How do I sound?
Better.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I am. I catch you 5 minutes way into the story. Yeah.
He's too
I
smart and
agree.
handsome. Yeah.
Too cool.
I mean, I don't know about the smart part.
Walk faster. Just be like, yeah, he is.
Nyong.
You bitches better not get in my way. I swear to God, I'll cut you both. It's just like, what? I catch he's mine.
Man, that detective from yesterday really pissed me off. Was some kind of threat?
Ryuji, I'm on probation, so I can't go down for vandalism.
She plays
Otherwise,
Makoto
I'm down.
Nijima in Catherine Full Body.
Let's see him
I'm sorry,
do
what?
it then.
Yeah,
If someone
Makoto.
else could help him, we wouldn't be doing stuff as the Phantom Thieves to start with.
Kuro Nijima's in Catherine Full Body?
Ow.
Apparently it's DLC.
You're being way too loud.
Who cares? Everybody's talking about this stuff anyways. It'd just be more suspicious if we were whispering. you really just gonna keep eating and eating and eating those things all by yourself? Give me some!
Sorry, just ate the last one.
You guys are too laid back. The police are getting involved now, you know.
So you think it's true? We'll be okay if we keep doing this, right?
We can't let the cops scare us out of being phantom thieves.
But what about that weird guy from Madarame's palace? Isn't there a lot we don't know?
The hell?
You three seem to be having so much fun. I'm a little jealous.
Do
You
it.
snooping on us again? You said before, we don't know nothing.
Why do you think I'm here to question you? Could it be that you're hiding something? My
Obviously.
ears are always open to the troubles of my peers, you know.
You're really that hungry for a good letter of recommendation? Of course you are. Nobody would take on your annoying job if they weren't.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're student council president, right? Wouldn't you have known about Kamoshida?
Of course not. He honestly was a good teacher until that day.
Oh, but you always take the teacher's side. That's what a good council president does, right?
Then how about you? What did you do for your friend? You were much closer to her than I was. So how did you help?
There wasn't any way to help. By myself, I couldn't do anything for her.
There's no need to shout.
If those phantom thieves are out there helping people, I'd root for them, no questions asked. They've gotta be more dependable than some people I know.
Just make sure you show up to your classes, all right?
You know what I asked earlier? About whether we'll be okay if we keep this up? I take it back. I'd be ashamed to let it end now.
Hell yeah, it's about time we find our next target too.
Only I could.
She's also V from Cyberpunk, but I knew that one.
Comments are coming in at an alarming rate. However, negative ones seem to be more prominent.
What? Really?
A criminal
Team movie?
group with
Obviously.
unknown goals
Like, what
that
the-
does whatever it wants in the name of justice. Huh.
It's probably because of Akechi. TV's got some crazy sway.
He's free to deny our actions, but being cursed by his influence is another thing entirely.
Just when we were starting to get people to believe in us, too.
All we gotta do is take down another hotshot, yeah?
Well, do you have any ideas who this next hot shot could be?
I ain't got a thing yet. Damn it, this is really irritating. By the way, what's up with that luggage?
Oh, I decided to leave the school dorms. You are not only filthy, but too noisy as well. No true art could come from such a place.
What are you gonna do then? You can't go back to that shack, right?
I was planning on staying at Takamaki-san's, aunt's house. I've even prepared a thank you gift. I hope it's to your parents' liking.
What? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Impossible.
You're the impossible one.
But I spent everything I had on these delectable Japanese sweets.
That's not the issue here. Seriously, though, what are we gonna do about him?
Just sleep here.
Well, seeing as Yusuke is an important member of our team, I'll lend a hand. Come stay at our place. It's dirty, but at least you'll have somewhere to sleep.
Hey, that's not
Why
your fault,
are
mate.
you the one
Yeah.
calling the shots?
Don't you two live in a cafe? I've been wondering about that for a while.
Yes, we do.
Youngkin's not too far, is it?
Nope. And the cafe's only a minute walk from the station.
How about we go there now? We can have a party to celebrate Madarame's change of heart.
Oh, good idea. We can make it a welcome party for Yusuke too.
Yes!
All right, it's decided.
An excuse to eat.
Or y'all could leave me alone with my
Sorry to cause you
privacy.
trouble. By the way, I prefer sleeping on a futon.
I don't care.
It'll be up to you to convince the chief.
Yeah, it wasn't my idea.
Yo,
What a nice smell.
This place looks so outdated. I can't say I hate it though.
People refer to that as retro. Who are they?
Hello.
We're here to mug you, old man. Stick the
This
fuck with
guy
him.
has really helped us a lot lately.
I bet you're the ones doing all the helping.
No, really, he's been great.
Huh. Sit down. This rent will be on the house. You're helping, though.
Wow, it's delicious.
Indeed. There's great depth to its acidity.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I think I've seen LeBlanc mentioned in a magazine before.
That was a long time ago.
For real? Oh, give me a taste. Ah! Ah, it's so bitter. This has got to be cruel and unusual punishment.
I didn't drink coffee when I was a kid either. These are your friends, yeah? Go on and take them up to your room. No need to stay down here.
Ooh, I want to see.
It's only an attic.
Oh man, that bitter taste just won't leave my mouth.
Thank you very much for the drink.
Ryuji, you overreacting. Calm down.
Oh, and thanks for the soda.
So you're,
On Takamaki.
Anchan, huh? It's a nice name. You got a boyfriend?
Nope, never have either.
Hey, you gotta get up here. This place is freaking insane.
Go on.
Oh, right. Thank you for the coffee. Sheesh, they had to leave the Mona bag down here.
Poor Mo. Oh my god.
He's just sitting there.
Sweet girl.
Oh, we forgot to check to see if there's a door back there.
Oh man.
What do you think of this room? I don't know where to begin.
It seems quite ordinary to me.
For real?
Oh,
See? Ain't this crazy?
it's cleaner than I thought it would be.
What?
Well, sit wherever you'd like.
Or wherever you can, really. It's not a lot of
We're all
places to
over the
sit.
news. Even those
think
who
Yusuke sits
previously
on one of the
believed
little
in us
beams.
have been influenced by the comments made on TV.
This is all that effing Akechi's fault.
Don't blame him.
Keep it down. We don't want anyone hearing us.
At this rate, we're just going to worry everyone instead of give them courage.
We need to find a way to make our rightfulness known to society. It's time we think about our next move. You were planning on discussing that today, right?
Yes. First, we need to search for a candidate.
It's not like we're just gonna stumble upon some important target, though. You guys don't know anyone, do you?
I don't.
Me neither.
What do you think, leader?
The news.
Well, there probably are a lot of famous targets on TV.
However, the suspects on the news are already being pursued by the police. Even if we make them confess their crimes, the police will take the credit. That won't do.
Damn it. Never gonna prove Akechi wrong at this rate.
What the?
Sorry. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday.
And you spent all your money on that box of sweets?
Dude, how much did you have?
Anyway, we'll just have to sit tight until we can find another target. So, how about that welcome party?
Someone's excited.
I think I found something. Isn't that a portable stove? Can't we make hot pot on it?
That sounds great. I've heard that eating hot pot together brings people closer.
Anything with meat's fine by me.
I only ask that we finish it off with porridge. Extra parsley, of course.
So, what do you say?
I guess. I mean,
Okay, hot pot
I don't know what I was saying is
Come on,
someone
let's go buy
sprung on me so
ingredients.
sudden.
Well, I'll need ginkgo nuts, wonton wrappers, and
We'll take care of the shopping. Could you borrow a pot from downstairs while we're out? We can split the cost later.
Looks like this welcome party is going to turn out quite lively. We should go grab that pot and set up the portable stove, too.
You mean hot plate?
In other news, Cafe Leblanc caught fire today. Got some assholes hot pot.
Sojiro,
I heard you're all having hot pot for dinner.
How'd you hear that?
want to join us?
Don't you know how busy I am? You guys go have fun. Her name was Ann, right?
Oh, you were serious.
She's a nice girl.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I just had a chat with her. She said your friend doesn't have anywhere to go. Asked if I could take him in for a bit. I guess she thought it'd be too pitiful for you to ask, since you're already freeloading. Where did I
Hey.
put that pot?
Doing my
Yeah,
job
try
around
looking
here.
around.
Got a back door around here somewhere.
Yeah, you have a.
No?
You can't see it. It looks like there's a door there though on your way down. Damn it! Going first person. Actually, I've seen Sojiro walk by over there. I don't know.
Huh.
Because Kawakami was being crazy and actually thinking about going out the window.
She probably would.
Ah, you found it. It's almost
I
time
found
for the
something.
others to get back from their shopping trip.
This is like a
So,
crazy
I'll leave you
artifact.
be. I'll be down here for a while, though. Yeah. Just be careful with the fire, okay?
Yeah, we're not gonna burn the place down.
Morgana runs down the stairs. Ah, I'm on fire!
And now, on to the hottest meet and greet segment of our show. After his last appearance was so well received, we decided to bring back this fine gentleman today. It's the high school detective, Goro Akechi.
This tastes a bit bland. But I'm relieved. A lot's happened, but it seems your grades haven't dropped.
School's been going fine. I'm more worried about you, sis. Are you tired? You're probably lacking sodium.
Do I seem so?
But hypothetically speaking, if these phantom thieves are real, I believe they should be tried in a court of law.
That's quite the statement. Are they committing crimes? Some people even say that the thieves are actually helping their victims abandon their evil ways.
What the artist Madarame did truly was an unforgivable crime. However, they're taking the law into their own hands by judging him. It is far from justice. More importantly, you should never forcefully change a person's heart.
Is it a crime to manipulate someone's heart? Depending on the means, yes. He's absolutely right.
Even if it makes someone admit their evil deeds and helps make them pay for their crimes?
Why the sudden interest?
It's nothing.
Do you believe that these allies of justice exist?
Oh, of course not.
You don't need to think about such unnecessary things. You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Study hard and go to a prestigious college.
Moving up in the world is difficult as a woman. Yet you can't do much if you don't have the authority. I'll use every method necessary to make it happen. All you need to do is remain focused on what must be done now for your future's sake.
Sorry.
Now... Yes? It's fine. Oh, that case.
What must be done? Justice.
If those phantom thieves are out there helping people, I'd root for them, no questions asked.
What do I want to do?
Oh, I can't eat another bite.
That was delicious, Lady Ann. I'm sure you'll make a wonderful bride
Sorry. I'm gonna have to borrow the sofa.
What's wrong, Yusuke?
We haven't finished our meal. What about the porridge? or even udon.
Just leave it for next time, man.
She's asleep already?
It'd be weird if she wasn't tired. We should let her sleep.
Quick elbow
By the
dropper.
way, Ryuji, how do you know An?
Huh? Oh, we went to middle school together.
What was Lady Ann like back then?
Not so different from now. Once we got to high school, we ended up in different classes and stopped talking. I don't think she had many friends. I mean, she grew up overseas. Plus, there's her looks. The popular kids hate her, the quiet ones stay away.
I see. So, what about you two?
Us?
This is a great opportunity to get to know each other better. You know every detail of my past at this point. It's only fair you tell me every detail of yours.
So you got nothing to lose, huh? Alright, I'll tell ya. It's just a normal story about a rotten kid, though. My dad left when I was young. Ever since then, it's just been me and my mom. I was actually trying to get a track scholarship so I could make things easier for her. In the end, I just screwed it all up. Turns out I'm a pretty bad son, huh? Back when I was a first year, my mom got called out to school for me raising my hand at Kamoshida. All the teachers kept hounding her for what I did, but she just stayed quiet through it all. I'll never forget the look she had on her face, though. On the way home, she apologized to me for being a single mom and all.
So that's what happened. They say at school that everyone is equal, but in reality that's a gross oversimplification. I understand how you feel.
Well, when it comes to getting labeled, nobody's got it worse than this guy.
Is this about his past?
Now that I think about it, we never have heard the details.
Damn brat! I'll sue!
If you keep this up, then I'll report about the money. Is that fine with you?
All I have to say is that you did it on your own, and it's over.
But I just did as I was told.
Who do you think I am?
No!
Hey, make this statement to the cops. This kid suddenly attacked me. Got it? If you even try to say anything else, you know what'll happen to you, right?
Huh? But...
Who do you think I am? I don't know, Hideki Kamiya.
Shut up. You're done for.
Probably.
You're gonna learn
He
what
just
happens
like-
when you cross me.
He does the "Who do you think you are? I am." He's
Excuse
like,
me, folks.
"Who do
We
you
received
think I
a
am? Are
complaint
you?"
about an argument here. Is something the matter? Oh, it's you, sir.
So what happened? Explain it to the good officer.
That young man suddenly attacked him. He shoved this gentleman to the ground.
You bitch!
And
He
this
just punches her.
man got injured.
And that's why you got arrested.
It's as she says. Also, make sure you deal with this so my name isn't mentioned at all. You understand what that means, correct?
Yes, sir. Hey, cuff him. Understood.
Just listening to it pisses me off. God damn it! You got an assault on your record just for that.
The woman sounds quite horrible as well. She stayed quiet this whole time.
That man is just the kind of person whose heart we should steal. Who is he? And where can we find him?
I don't know.
You can't remember, huh? Well, it was at night, and I'm sure you were in shock after getting arrested. I understand all too well the pain of not being able to remember important details of your life.
The victim's personal information is always kept secret. Identifying that man will prove difficult. Besides, the courts already made their ruling, didn't they? Even if we manage to get revenge, his past record won't go away.
I can't stand it. This world is so messed up. The weak are left to fight for themselves while rotten adults get away with whatever they want.
And those in power don't do anything to help the situation.
Can't we fix this, though? Nobody would even know. We just need to show the world what true justice is. We'll make them come to their senses.
You're right, Yusuke. That's gotta be what our powers are for.
Sounds good to me. The flashier our missions are, the cooler we end up looking.
You've all taught me so much.
What are you guys getting all excited about?
Oh, sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nah, not really. I've been up for a while now. Still, this weird feeling came over me while I was listening to you guys. It almost feels like I've known you all forever. Do you think it's because our backgrounds are so similar?
Well, it sure ain't 'cause of anything good.
Similar, huh? I'm the only one who doesn't fit in.
Hmm?
I don't have any past to look back on. No memories.
What do you mean? We could search the whole world and we wouldn't find a bigger misfit than you. And the reason we're going to Mementos is to get your memories back, right?
I'm sure your past will be just as troubled as ours.
No doubt.
We'll see about that.
I actually feel like I've known Morgana for a really long time too. It's so strange. I can't really put it into words.
Look, I'm helping you guys out for my own sake. Don't get me wrong. If you don't get stronger, investigating Mementos won't be anything but a pipe dream.
That sure was a quick turnaround. 1 second you're depressed, the next you're acting all tough.
All joking aside, let's take this seriously. We should go as far with it as we can. I want to punish those corrupt adults and give courage to people in trouble. Only we can do that.
Ha! You can say that again.
Being a member of the Phantom Thieves will surely help me grow, both as an artist and as a person.
Of course. You're under my tutelage after all. There's nothing we can't accomplish.
Well, I hope we can keep this up. We should be all right with you as our leader.
Leave it to me.
Whoa, it's this late?
I guess now's a good time to call it for the night.
Oh, that reminds me. The owner said you're free to crash here, Yusuke.
That's very kind of him.
You convinced him, didn't you? You go, Miss Older Dude Charmer.
What kind of nickname is that?
I won't be able to sleep unless I take a bath.
There's a bathhouse nearby, so you can go there. I won't be able to join you, though.
Oh, that sounds great. I want to come too. How about you, Juan?
You guys go on ahead. I should get going. Well, good night, Morgana.
Good. We're just inviting her out. It's like out of courtesy.
Can't let her get taken by someone else.
Alright, who's back? Am I scrubbing first?
Huge bathtubs really are the best.
Ryuji, there's a lot of water. Don't want to get lost. Hold our hand.
It's a bit hot, though.
Did you bring your floaties?
Old guys like it hot for some reason. I'm sure he'll stop eventually. You know, I've been wondering for a while now, but what do you think about On? As a girl, I mean.
I'll do the Keanu Reeves. She's breathtaking.
Oh, you straight up said it. Well, in her case, her looks totally make up for her overbearing personality.
I'll be sure to share what you've said with On.
No!
Oh, please don't. Seriously?
That aside, we need to hurry and find our next target.
About that, though, is targeting famous people enough? Seeing people's reactions these days has been making me think twice about what we do.
True. Pursuing only what's best in the short term may end up becoming fruitless for us. We need a strategy to appeal to the public.
Oh? What do you got in mind?
Do I look like someone who could come up with such a thing?
Yes.
I was an idiot for asking. But I'm on offense duty, you know? And Morgana specializes in stuff about that world, so... Still... It's freaking hot!
Ryuji has a point, though.
How much do you have to add until you're satisfied,
About targeting famous people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand it anymore! Anyways, let's meet up again early next week. I'll contact everyone.
Ooh.
There was a instance with a Korean a K-pop, like, I guess singer or like part of the boy band kind of guy.
Yeah.
And there he was under investigation, and the people doing the investigation, kind of like CoffeeZilla doing the kind of thing, where they're getting death threats, they're getting all these nonsense and stuff. And when it finally came out that all the allegations were true, like this guy was like soliciting prostitutes and like pimping out people, money laundering and stuff.
Yeah.
He's getting like sentenced to prison and stuff, and it's like
Turn in for the night.
that has a big impact on like everything that's going on. Like, so you can see where this logic actually does dictate to the real world. It's like when you see your favorite YouTuber and he comes out to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
It's like it ruins that whole experience for you, and I just like, oh.
Yeah, like you don't want to associate with that anymore.
Yeah, but it has a bigger, you know, like, oh well, now shit, that changes the whole scope of YouTube. And
Yeah.
now it's like, ah, damn it. Like, was that a really good idea? And, I mean, it's always good to take down pedophiles and stuff like that, but it just sucks they happen to be content creators.
Mm-hmm.
The prisoner has returned. You're in the presence of our master. Stand up straight.
Make me. Oh, whoops.
The bonds that you have reeled in are quite intriguing. In other words, they all have been unfairly labeled by society and are standing up against such fates. Have you noticed? They seem to have influenced you.
Have they?
I haven't been drinking, no.
These picaresque dissidents of society, deepen your bonds with them. Those will become the strength behind your rehabilitation. I look forward to it.
What
I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift.
Hell yeah.
It's an iPad. It's an iPad mini.
To further rehabilitation.
Oh, hell yeah. Super stock.
All right.
Time to add more use personas.
I actually have an idea.
It's almost time.
No, don't kick me out. No.
Wait, my idea.
I'm gonna forget it.
Forget what?
Oh, never mind. It's Sunday. I have free time.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think this is a cram school.
You're Sai-san's younger sister, correct? May I talk to you for a moment?
Is it about the Phantom Thieves, Akechi-kun?
You're quite perceptive. I was wondering if there were any points in common between Kamoshida's and Madarame's cases. There have been victims, after all. The Phantom Thieves need to be pursued.
You criticize the Phantom Thieves, yet you don't doubt their actual existence.
Oh, you saw that show on TV. Common sense can get in the way at times when pursuing the truth. Many details become logical if I think on the premise that they do exist.
Is this because my sister told you to do so?
It was just a coincidence.
Why do I get the feeling that you're enjoying this?
You may be right.
Huh?
Phantom thieves that use calling cards and succeed in their crime. As the so-called charismatic detective, it'd be hard for me not to see them as my rivals.
You have such high self-esteem. So the Phantom Thieves are evil and you are just?
Compared to people who manipulate others' hearts as they see fit, I believe I'm on the side of justice. Besides, I'm only using my natural-born talents for the sake of serving the world. Don't you think the same about yourself, too? Oh, that's surprising. So you're just the good girl type of pushover. Oh, looks like it's starting soon. See you later. Give Sai-san my regards.
Why does everyone get on my case?
It's such a delight to enjoy coffee of this quality.
You could stay until you find a place, you know. I can't promise it'd be comfortable here, though.
Thank you, but I'll return to the dorms. I realized something after talking with everyone last night. Perhaps it's due to my upbringing, but I don't know anything of the world, let alone other people. If I'm to depict people in my art, I need to learn more about them. I must interact with them more. I'll return to the dorms and start over by talking with the people closest to me.
I see. Good on you for realizing that yourself.
There's no need to exaggerate. May I come again sometime to enjoy your coffee?
My doors are always open.
He's been through a lot too, from what I've heard. Are you related to him?
Huh? Oh, how would I describe it? We're just acquaintances, not family or anything.
I may be overstepping my bounds, but why did you decide to take him in?
My reason, huh? Probably because he reminds me of my old self.
That's all?
You know how it is. Sympathy makes you do stupid things sometimes. Your art instructor, former art instructor, he must have felt something for you too, besides just stealing your talents.
Truth be told, I cannot hate him from the depths of my heart either. I should probably get going.
Hey, you sure about this? The painting, I mean. It'd be a waste to keep here.
Even if I kept it at the dorms, it'd only be met with skepticism. I doubt it would want that. Adding a hint of color to an otherwise ordinary day. I'm sure my mother would have done the same.
I see. I'll hold on to it for you then.
Thank you for the coffee. I'll come again.
He's like, fine, just don't do it here. If you're gonna do it anywhere, do it in the bathroom.
Or in the bathhouse like everyone else.
I'm hungry. Fuck you, Skate.
Also, the entire time that dialogue's been going on, we've been sending Yaoi pictures of
of Akechi and Joker.
and Joker.
I've almost dropped my phone like 3 times.
I know, I heard you.
You left the painting before you took off, though. Cool.
Sayori.
Hey, let's sell it. This painting is amazing. Not only is his mother stunning, but the expression on her face. The regulars will probably freak out when they see it here. Still, I feel like I've seen it somewhere. It's a bit different from how I remember it, though.
Hey.
Probably because all the other ones you've seen of it were plagiarized versions of it, but like, whatever. Go take the cat out somewhere. Alright, you got it. Come here, cat.
Who this be?
Ah, whatever.
Whatever.
I didn't let you stay, you just kind of decided to.
Don't forget, let's talk to him a little bit later, just to see if we can get his confidant going.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
God damn it. Some kind of thread on there looking for info about burglars using the Phantom. Oh, yeah, that's right. Saw that too. Target restaurants, right?
Let's
Found a
break
really
their
interesting
legs.
post on there. Might end up getting killed at this rate. I wonder if it's because all those, because he got caught up in all those weird people in Shibuya. Huh. All right, we're going to Shibuya then.
Shibuya.
Let's look into it.
Did you? What are you, psychic? All right. What number am I thinking of?
11. You're like, lucky guess. There's no way. Who would go after a shop like this? Yes.
That's a bad idea.
That's a horrible idea.
Versus like the super anime, like Yu-Gi-Oh style card game.
Uh-huh.
Only it like instead of using like over the top like anime drawings, it was using like Magic the Gathering cards.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is super weird.
Huh.
I don't remember what it's called, but it was just
Magic the
kinda
Gathering,
weird.
the animation.
We got
Oh
on.
shit.
Takemi. Let's do on.
Hold on, I want to
On
head to Central Street real quick.
On.
To the Velvet Room.
Are we still on our quest to never return the DVD we got?
Yep.
Let's see if Igor wants to watch it. Got my DVD player.
Yeah, what's up, Igor?
You certainly seem composed.
Yeah, so in Persona 4 Golden,
Justine,
apparently,
you
like,
handle
that one
These are the
takes
paths
place
you have
in or the Velvet Room's in a limo.
Yeah.
And like one of the girls, Marie, she's like, yeah, we don't do anything in there. We just sit there in silence.
Huh.
That's it. That's all they do the entire time. Like, that's why she leaves, because she's like, it's such a pain in the ass
Yeah.
to be there. I was like, God, that must suck.
Yeah, it's boring. Huh. Aha!
A fee is required. Then accept this persona.
What are you gonna do?
The inmate needs our guide.
Itemize a persona.
Born anew.
What?
Looks like it'll become a weapon.
What?
What do you mean, what?
I was like, oh, she has Frey. I'm gonna turn her into Frey. It's not how it works, apparently.
You handle this. Time for some rehabilitation.
I told you. You fool!
Execute 'em. Let us begin the search.
Can you make any crazy fusions?
No, I can't do that until I get like 3, the ability to fuse like 3 or more.
Ah, okay.
Alright, whatever.
Done already? What?
Like, you want some cool fusions?
Time, inmate.
Buy the DLC. And while you're at it, buy Persona 5 Strikers.
I kind of want to, but also
Underground Mall.
I can't yet.
Oh, I know. There's no rush. We still gotta finish this, then Halloween's
Yeah.
coming up. And plus, you want to rip ass through Sekiro.
Sekiro, Ghost, the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna play Silent Hill.
Oh, I haven't played Silent Hill in like 20 something years. Or I think 20 years flat.
That's a lie.
Silent Hills 2. Silent Hill 2. It is not a lie.
Yeah, Robert's like 35 right now. Maybe
I'm
35. Right?
not 35. You're older than me. You butt baby. Hey, I got some big news. The double cream from that famous crepe shop is half off right now.
the double crap. Like what?
Oh, but I probably can't take a crepe into the hospital, right? I really want one though. Do you think maybe she would want one?
Give it up.
Right. Might be half off, but I should try to control myself. Shio might have rehab too, today too. They probably wouldn't even let her eat it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Shio started her physical rehab. She pushed it up ahead of schedule. I think it's because I told her about how I want to get stronger. She said she's gonna start working hard too. I haven't.
She goes back. She's like super buff. She's
Yeah.
Like, "Ah!"
I actually haven't seen any of her rehab sessions yet, though. Oh, hold on. What? Now? That's not good.
Sorry.
Something just came up. That's from my agency. One of the models didn't show up for a magazine shoot they're doing. They're looking to wrap up soon, so I'm gonna head over and fill in.
Let's go.
It's pretty close, though. Wanna come with?
To the automobile.
Actually, let's just go. I'll race you there.
Go, gadget. Pigtails. It just flies in the air with you.
You read for her.
An senpai, I'm so pumped to get to work with you today. After I saw you in last year's show, I think I'm gonna cry.
Right.
It really wasn't a big deal. That fast show's tiny.
By the way, I'm Mika. And please, no honorifics. I don't know what that means. I might be older, but you have loads more experience on Senpai.
Honorifics are like the thing they add at the end.
I know, I'll just make it hurt.
Make her like ditzy.
Yeah.
Alright, Mika. It feels a little weird saying it like that. Oh, and you don't need to use senpai with me. Anyway, it's nice to meet you.
Likewise, Anchan. You're so nice. Hey, can you teach me how to be a better model? You know, your everyday routines, stretches.
Routines? You mean like singing in the shower?
Oh, is that all you do? What kind of stuff do you eat? I've been looking all over for a place to import some organic green almonds. What? That's the thing. Plus, I'm getting super tired of eating quinoa. I don't know what that is. Do I need to like boil it in hard water or something?
Almonds? I only ever eat those when they're covered in chocolate. And hard water? Isn't that kind of tough to boil? Isn't it kind of tough to boil ice? Okay. He's probably muted. Oh, of course. Once a year for the health examinations at school. So you're gonna keep it all a secret from me, huh? I get it. I guess it's hard trusting someone you just met. That's not it. I just don't really think about that stuff. It has nothing to do with not trusting you.
My Wi-Fi went out for a split second.
Okay. It's more that modeling is like a hobby for me.
What? Senpai, that's so horrible. What do you mean you don't care about modeling for these guys?
Mika, I'll kick your knees in. You said that, Anchan? Wait,
I love this magazine. Everyone tries so hard to make sure their product is the best. I hate this bitch.
Mika-chan, just calm down. Don't worry. We all know that you're giving it your all here.
But you guys work so much harder than me, and I'm still the one getting comfort. Stupid bitch.
Hold on. Anchan, the truth is we had both you and Mika-chan come down as substitutes for our missing model. We wanted both of you on the cover, but if you're not really interested... Hey, I didn't...
Don't worry, I can do it alone. I read the concept docs on my way here. Get out of my way again, you stupid bitch.
What? You faker.
You're so mean, Anchan. Do you really hate me that much? Yes, we're starting to.
Keep it simple, you two. Anyway, you gonna go, Mika-chan? Sorry about all this, Anchan. We won't be needing you today. We'll reimburse your transportation expenses, though. Even throw in a little extra for your trouble. What about me?
Oh.
But... I really screwed that up.
She's amazing, huh?
Yeah. But maybe it's because deep down, I'm not actually invested in modeling. She sees straight through that. Anyway, I totally ruined the shoot. But still, wasn't Mika's fake crying pretty incredible?
It had Grace.
Do you think...
I was like, who's Grace?
Oh, maybe that's what I'm missing. I don't know though. I think I'm pretty good at fake crying myself. I know the perfect technique.
Tell me more. Alright, it's called pepper spray. You want to aim it at your eyes.
Listen carefully. The key is, you don't actually cry.
I figured that as much. I mean, okay. This one doesn't matter.
Either way, I think I'll be able to use that ability to our advantage in the metaverse. I'll turn my failure today into positive energy going forward. Yeah.
All right.
I think this. Okay, yeah. This. I think everyone gets a version of this. Like, I think Ryuji has one called Punk Talk.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the metaverse, I'm gonna try super hard on my work with the Phantom Thieves too. But for now, I should go stop by and see Shiho at the hospital. Thanks for today. Que pasa, Mufasa?
Don't ever tell me that again. We might have to cut this episode a little short. I have some things to attend to.
Okay.
So let's just go ahead and get through this and we'll end it here. It's just my sister needs help since her foot's broken. I'm not laughing at her. It's just I'm still bewildered that she managed to break her foot. All right, guys. Well, apologize for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope everyone's having a good day, staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you guys next mission. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.